News when you want it with Bloomberg News Now. I'm Nathan Hager.
And I'm Karen Moskow.
Karen, we begin with the latest from the Middle East. Hours after President Trump warned Iran the clock was ticking to reach a deal, he's put that clock on hold. The president says he has called off a strike on Iran planned for today after an appeal from Persian Gulf allies.
I was asked by Saudi Arabia, Qatar, UAE, and some others if we could put it off for 2 or 3 days, a short period of time, because they think that they are getting very close to making a deal. And if we can do that where there's no nuclear weapon going into the hands of Iran, I think, and if they're satisfied, we will be probably satisfied also.
President Trump spoke at a White House event last evening. We get more from Bloomberg Middle East correspondent Jumana Bersecci.
What is going to happen in the next couple of days? We probably have a couple of days window to allow things to breathe. He does say that negotiations are going on in the background, and indeed we know that these negotiations are happening. Iran once again submitted their refreshed, I would say, counterproposal via the Pakistani mediators to the U.S. yesterday, and we'll see where we go from here.
Bloomberg's Jumana Bersecci reports the White House rejected Iran's latest proposal as insufficient to reach a deal. At the same time, Iran has refused to budge on some of its key demands, including war reparations and unfreezing its assets.
Now, Nathan, to the latest on the legal showdown between Elon Musk and OpenAI's Sam Altman. Musk says he is going to appeal a jury ruling which rejected his claims that OpenAI betrayed its mission to benefit the public by morphing into a for-profit business. The jury found that Musk waited too long to file his lawsuit. Bloomberg Intelligence senior litigation analyst Matthew Schettenhelm covered the case for us.
This lawsuit potentially threatened to hang over the company's head. Elon Musk was seeking court-issued limitations on the company's ability to pursue its for-profit mission and really to be limited and hamstrung by its original charitable roots. So this win for the company reduces that risk.
Bloomberg Intelligence analyst Matthew Schettenhelm says Musk was seeking dramatic changes, including a court order unwinding OpenAI's conversion last year for a for-profit entity.
Well, another major story we're following this morning involves the commute in and out of New York City by rail. Soon, it's going to be back to normal. A strike at the biggest commuter railroad in the nation is over. Let's get more from Bloomberg's John Tucker in New York. John?
And Nathan, the Long Island Railroad strike ended at midnight, but service is not going to start to resume until around noon today. Like yesterday, shuttle bus service will operate of 100 locations to bring commuters to subway stations in Queens. Jano Lieber, the head of the Metropolitan Transportation Authority, says the wage hike they agreed upon won't raise fares.
We needed to find ways that we could give people fair raises, but also structure it in a way that didn't blow the MTA's budget. We got it done. I wouldn't be standing here if we hadn't found those answers.
Well, the accord comes after 3,500 LIRR workers walked off the job Saturday, shutting down service for nearly 300,000 weekday commuters who rely on the railroad to get to New York City and throughout Long Island. While it still needs to be ratified, service will resume just hours before the Knicks face Cleveland at Madison Square Garden. In New York, I'm John Tucker, Bloomberg Radio.
All right, John, thank you. While commuters wait for the trains to roll again, they'll have another thing to contend with: heat. And Bloomberg meteorologist Craig Allen has more on this hot spell.
This is big-time heat for early in the season. It's going to be intense, but fortunately it won't last too long. Heat advisories do cover much of Pennsylvania, New Jersey, including New York City's 5 boroughs, as well as Boston and suburbs, too. So expect highs at least in the middle 90s away from the coast, and the heat index could run between 95 and 100. Fortunately, the ocean will keep it cooler along the shore. Now, as I mentioned, it's not a prolonged heat spell. The second half of the week will be significantly cooler, but it may take a few thunderstorms to push out the heat. Until then, try to stay cool, my friends.
Bloomberg meteorologist Craig Allen says the heat advisory will remain in effect until 8 p.m. Eastern tomorrow.
Well, now we want to update you on a deadly mass shooting in Southern California. Police say 3 people were killed when 2 teens opened fire outside the Islamic Center of San Diego. That's the city's largest mosque. The 17 and 18-year-old suspects were later found dead in a car with apparent self-inflicted gunshot wounds. San Diego Mayor Todd Gloria is promising additional protections to the Muslim community.
Hate has no home in San Diego. Islamophobia has no home in San Diego. An attack on any San Diegan is an attack on all San Diegans, and we will not stand for it in America's finest city.
Along with San Diego's mayor, New York City Mayor Zohran Mamdani says there will be extra police protection at local mosques after what he calls an apparent act of anti-Muslim violence.
And that's news when you want it with Bloomberg News Now. I'm Karen Moskow.
I'm Nathan Hager, and this is Bloomberg.